taken, to put it mildly, because our esteemed members of the jury are making the most important decisions of these 2 days. And in the meantime, it's time to, because whatever you could have done, you already did it. So relax, breathe, take your time, and enjoy the next speaker, who is Gagik Tamazyan. And Gagik is the Meetk second winner startup representative. Meetk is from Digitain, and I believe Gagik will come up with more insights. Let's give it up for Gagik.
Do you hear me? Should I speak in English or in Armenian? English? Where's our organization? Oh, okay. My name is Gagik. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Moodmap AI. We are creating intelligent customer care. Actually, we started our journey back like in May of 22. We started from here, from Digitain. It was a Meet Hackathon. And all our team, our idea and everything was created in this area, and it's quite like a friendly place for us. So what is intelligent customer care? First of all, let's imagine the best business that have the best customer care. I think it's, for example, street food in a corner when the same person is preparing food for decades and he almost knows his all customers. But how to maintain emotional connection with customers when you are a big corporation and you have like 10,000 of agents who are speaking to your customers every minute. Here comes AI. What we do, we give live suggestions to the agent while speaking because we want to make even the newest agent as professional as the best performing one. And our system is giving suggestions while agent is speaking, and the suggestions are a very simple one that will enhance your empathy level and make emotional connection with your customer. It's like take a breath or ask a question, something more psychological than technical. Second thing, can we go back? Second thing, CSAT measurement automation. What is it? So customer satisfaction is one of your main things, like metrics, you should always watch because from CSAT is coming your revenue, your clients, and everything. How we automate it? We understand human emotions by the voice, draw a map, and understand how the call started, with what emotions, and with what emotion the call finished. Third one is workforce management. So if you have, for example, the biggest call center in the world have 160,000 agents, and they are speaking every second. So it's very, very difficult to understand who is performing better, who is like outperforming, or who is lazy. So how we automate it, we understand all the text, we analyze it, we understand how he said it, is it correct or not, and with what emotion is he speaking. For example, we can understand if your agents are, I don't know this word in English, are like munnat. We understand when your agents are speaking like rude to your customers. And the third one, customer problem identification and annotation. It means we understand from your call what you were talking about. For example, you are calling to bank and saying, okay, my credit card is not working, but I like your credit loan. I don't know. And we understand that one of your customers said that he is not satisfied with your card, so you have some problem there. If he mentioned, we mentioned the problem too. But he, like your credit loan is okay. Can we go to the second slide? So how AI understands human emotions? There is 3 ways. First of all, and like main thing that everybody is doing now is text analysis. Like you analyze text and understand is it positive or not. It's not working, guys. It's not working because you don't understand how people is talking, like in what emotion he's saying that. The same example, agent can say the same text, like a correct one, brilliant text, but with a rude intonation. That's why we are not doing only text analysis. We are doing the second approach, voice analysis. Like we understand the tone of voice, arrogance, and many, many other features. We are taking like 800 features from one recording and understand what emotion like people are expressing in the voice. And the third one is mix, or if you have video or you understand, you see that face, but it's not our case. Can you go further? Okay, here is our emotion state map. Here are two speakers. Give attention that the timeline is the same, but they are not speaking at the same time. So it's just synchronized so you can understand how it works. So how our team turned it to a reality. I know that you all here are trying to start startups, and it's quite like you're afraid. First time you are afraid of taking pitches, like, and there's many risks you are thinking about. But how we did it? First of all, you should work as much as you can. A second one, you should educate yourself every day, because we understand that, like, you are students. I'm only 27 years old. I'm not a professor of psychology, although I finished master, but it's not the deal. The deal is, what is your domain knowledge? For example, we started 18 months ago, and our team was just AI team, but nobody was understanding how voice is working. Now I am pretty sure that in Armenia there is a few companies that have so professionals in voice recognition than our team. Because the main purpose is what you're trying to do, what you decided to do, and what is your domain knowledge. So you should get better and better in one thing every day. And after 1-2 years, you will succeed anyway, because you will be a professional that nobody is. Can I go further? Okay, it's our journey. First of all, we started with user interviews. So first of all, you should understand what is your problem and how you're going to solve it. When we just was scratching our idea, it was a big, huge company that is giving, I don't know, script mapping, live suggestions, many features. But when we start to talk with the customers or the people who are working in call centers, you understand they don't need anything. They don't need everything. Because it's only your understanding and imagination what they need. Oh, it's okay. It's better somebody speaking right in front of him. Okay, it's a good idea. But it's not working because the agent is not feeling comfortable with it. First of all, we were starting giving suggestions, not psychological one, big suggestions like say this thing or say that thing. This is not working. So first of all, talk to your customers and talk to your users. Who will use your product? We do a lot of real tests. It's about when you have an MVP and trying to test it with real cases. For example, last time we did it at Digitech. People can come, record their voice, and get analysis. 18 months development and 27 events so far. Can we go further? So, what is the future of AI? It seems quite problematic and nervous for AI startups because last year, almost 50% of startups are doing AI. But what is the problem with it? The problem is creating a really AI model. It's a very difficult thing. And you should, we are working 18 months. We finished only one emotion detection model. And we are 7 people working 18 months. It's not easy, but what you can do? Thanks to God, there's a bunch of open source models. Also, thanks to God, there is OpenAI. You can solve any problem using ChatGPT with right integrations, and you can just start with it, test the idea, understand how is it working, then create your own model. So don't start with the very difficult things, because sooner or lesser, you will just give up. Our first model was working only with sentiment analysis of ChatGPT. Now we have our own one. Can we go further? So, what is the industry where is the industry going? Nowadays, AI is taking almost every business industry because it's starting to think as a human being. First of all, it seems like a quite, I don't know how to say it in English. We get afraid from it. But there is a situation. For example, in 1902, there were people who were gathering in English, going to the factories, and trying to demolish, destroy all the automated manufacturing equipment, because they thought they will not have any job further, they will not have anything to do, they will like strive. And time shows that every human being should try to give value with his mind, not with his body, not with his hands, and everything is going to that direction. So I hope nobody will be afraid of AI, and it's just an evolution that will come. Sooner or not, but it will come. So, second one, I think we're finishing. Yeah. What I wanted to finish, never give up, educate yourself every day, and I'm 100% sure you will succeed. The only thing you should do not protect your ideas too strong, because sometimes you think it's a groundbreaking thing, but in reality it's not. As a startupper, you should have an Excel sheet in your mind, write every idea there, and delete every idea with as fast as possible if you think it won't work. Because main thing here is people and time. Only thing, people and time. You should hustle and you will get where you want. Thank you very much. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on LinkedIn. If anybody have questions, I can answer. Thank you.
Questions? Yes, yes, please. Microphone, maybe? It's here. We have more than two now.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned something difficult about building a startup based on AI.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever worry that the startup that you're building based on AI is going to make you obsolete?
Make me what? Absolutely.
Obsolete.
Ah, look.
Will your startup eat up your jobs?
No, definitely no, because first of all, we were thinking about starting an AI bot who will speak instead of agent. We did a lot of tests, and people don't like it. That's why we try to empower the agents. So what is the problem? There is a very big churn rate, so like 40%. It means you have 100 employees in your call center, and second year you have 40 of them different people. It means that you have less professionals. What we try to do, we try to make professionals from the agents you have. So we're trying to give them suggestions, give analytics, give bonus system to you, so you can make them like superheroes for your business. Because the robot can answer common questions, like what is your working hours? Okay, that's good. But the person who are calling you with the big problem, so the customer who can leave you and won't pay you no more, he's not calling you for asking what time are you opening, for example. He's asking some difficult question. You need a person who understands the system and can first solve the problem, and second, solve it with empathy. And there's interesting statistics. Before COVID, people preferred to write text businesses, to chatbots, these kind of things. After COVID, many people are sitting in home. They just need a human connection. They just need to speak with people. So we are empowering agents, but not quit them. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes, Levon has a special present for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, Gagik, and thanks for sharing. Levon represents the entire institution. Come on, one Levon, one love. Anyway, so next we have Adrian Thresh, and Adrian is from Connect. Is a Connect manager, managing partner. She's from Anthology Management, Anthology Ventures, and she's a managing partner, as mentioned before. Adrian is going to give away her secrets and her expertise right now, right after she's finished. Yes? No, we have it now. Thank you. Let's give it up for Adrian.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hi. Thank you all for coming this second day. I know it's a lot to ask you all to give up not just a Friday, but a Saturday. And the fact that you're here is really great. And also, I want to say congratulations to everyone who has presented their ideas. It's not an easy thing to get up here. We all know that. And it takes a lot of courage to put something out there and have other people stand there and watch you and maybe not laugh at your jokes or not understand exactly what you're saying. So regardless of whether you take these ideas further or not, really congratulations for getting this far. Okay, can we? So I was asked to do an inspirational talk. I know you've had none of those since yesterday. This will be the first one, right? No inspiration. Anyway, I will try and keep this very short because many of the speakers have covered some of the same things and said them from their own personal experience starting their businesses. So these are just a few ideas. Next slide. Not the most important things for success, but some very important things for success that we've come across along the way. Next slide. So number one, can anybody give me an idea? What's one important thing for a successful business? Connection? Sorry? Investment. Network. Communication. Ventures. Soft skills. Vision. Vision's later. Anything else? Money? Ideas. Trust. Anything else? Come on, up there in the back. Innovation. Sorry? Network. Problem. Very good. It all starts with the problem, right? Okay. Anybody know what this is? This is Simon. Say, hey, Simon. Kind of like Siri, right? Right? Hi, Siri. This is Simon. Hi, Simon. Yeah, so this is actually the very first smartphone to make it to the market. Now, what do you notice about Simon? Other than it's a great name and, it's a huge chunky thing, right? Simon has a stylus. How many smartphones have styluses? Not too many, right? Right? Okay. So Simon came out in 1991, before almost all of you were born. Long before most of you were born. Next slide. Simon didn't sell very much, right? The timing wasn't right. But what Simon did is it showed that there was potentially a market for these kinds of devices, okay? The timing of a product is really, really important. And that means that you have to be able to see not if the market is ready right now, but if it will be ready very, very soon. Okay, if the market is ready right now, you might be too late. But if the market is going to be ready really soon, then it's just the right time for you to pursue your product, okay? And your product doesn't have to be new, right? Your idea doesn't have to be innovative and groundbreaking. Most of the ideas that we've seen here today are already in the market, right? There's tons of companies, big ones, small ones, medium ones, failed ones, that are doing or have done and have failed at, either succeeded or failed, at almost everything that you guys are trying to do. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, right? It just means that you need to learn from what they're doing now. Okay, so that's today, right? What is this, 23 years later, yeah? This is one of the most expensive phones you can buy. It's the Samsung S23, I think. I don't even know what the retail price is. And it's got, ta-da, a stylus, yeah? A little smaller, a lot more powerful, Okay? But it's a very, very hot, expensive product. And it took 24 years, 23 years to get here, but this is what the legacy of Simon brought us to. Okay, next slide. What's another one? You guys gave me a bunch of other things. After timing, what's another very important, sorry? So problem solution, yeah, it's important. Anything else? Dedication, that's a good one, yeah. Perseverance, right? When everybody's telling you no and you stick with it. Innovation, exactly. Okay, next slide. Anybody know who this is? No, not Bill Gates. Close. No, Bill Gates at this time was probably close to 30. Sorry? Simon. No, this is not Simon. Good one, though. Good one. It could be. It could be because it's around the same time, actually. This is 1995. Simon was 1991. Yeah, so you can kind of tell by the, the clothes, the 3M, right? A lot of giveaways there. Okay. So this guy, next slide. This guy was a student at Stanford. And in 1995, if you wanted to do a web search, this is pretty much what you had. All right? Anybody figure out where it is that I'm supposed to click to type in my search terms? Way up at the top, right? There is so much noise here, okay, that it was very, very hard back then before you were all born. It was very hard for us to do web searches, okay? You didn't know where to click because you're competing with all of this stuff here to put your own idea in. Next slide. So what that guy did, along with his partner, is come up with a very simple and easy solution, right? That guy is Larry Page. Next slide. Okay. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, yeah, the two founders of Google. Go back one slide, please, back. This is the first commercial version, right? This is a demo of the Google search engine, okay? You can read up there, it says, note, it is a research in progress, so expect some downtimes and malfunctions, okay. You can find the older backrub page. Anybody know that Google, the first name for Google was called backrub? You guys know what a backrub is, right? Yeah, okay. So backrub, they use that name because their technology was based, or their search functionality was based on backlinking, right? So the idea was it was an easier way to utilize backlinks. Okay, go back one time. So instead of all of that clutter there, right, we've got search Stanford or search the web. Number of results, clustering on, yeah? So even with this early version, Google was doing two things. Okay? One, they were giving us a much, much easier tool. And two, and this is important, they were training their users how to make their product better. Okay? A lot of the people that have spoken with you guys, and the jury comments as well, have emphasized one thing. Start simple. Okay? Start with something small. Don't try and do everything that your vision calls for in the very beginning. Start simple. And that's what these guys did, right? They didn't try and do this prettier. They tried to do it better and simpler, yeah? And in doing that, they made something that was so much better that they immediately were able to grow it, make it better, iterate on it, continue to make it better, because they could train their users. They could see what their users were doing and not doing. With all of this noise, Yahoo didn't know what was wrong. And if you don't know what's wrong, you don't know how to fix it, right? Next slide. So yeah, we know what happened after this. Next slide. They grew the company. And they grew it, and they grew it, and they grew it, right? And now, they've pretty much taken over our lives. But anyway, we have that one little box to thank for all of this, Okay. So the number 2 after timing, next slide, is curiosity, right? Whatever it is in your life that annoys you, that frustrates you, that makes you really unhappy that you have to spend time on it, yeah? Not school, different thing. Banking, parking, restaurants, ordering something, whatever it is that where you feel when you're having an experience, something's not right here, this isn't fun. Or I don't want to spend my money here, right? That indicates a problem. And that kind of curiosity about why is this wrong? Why is it boring? Why is it stupid? Why do I get mad doing this process, right? Leads you to think about how I can make it better. Okay, so that's number 2, curiosity. Next slide. 3. Any other ideas? Boredom. No, that's not it. Okay, let's go next slide. Anybody know who this is? Who? Chloe, Kim, Kendall,